Hi, everyone. Welcome to the very first Mushroom Mondays episode. We're here with Spore Life Sciences. My name is Dr. Michele Ross. I'm the Director of Education here. And every single Monday in the Spore Mushroom Community Group, we're actually going to be talking about mushrooms. We're going to be interviewing experts on mushrooms, authors, clinicians, and really deep diving into how we can use mushrooms for our health. So again, that's going to be here every week. And what's really cool is that it is going to be live, but you can definitely catch the replays here in the Facebook group. And then we're also going to package this up really nicely on our YouTube channel and our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, etc. So there'll be a Mushroom Mondays official podcast launching very, very soon. So let's see. So just so you know, in the comments, let's see. We've got a lot of interactive parts here. So in the comments, you should be able to see a little approval link for being able to use your Facebook picture and your comments in the video. What's nice is that I can actually pick which comments to answer at the end of our session, and your little Facebook profile pic will show up along with your comments. So if you want your picture to be shown instead of an anonymous little Facebook user, definitely hit that approve link on the Be Live group comments permissions. Okay, so let's get started. So the goal really with this first episode of Mushroom Mondays is really to tell you a little bit about that 30-day mushroom challenge that you've all joined. There's almost 200 members in this group, so that is so exciting. Congrats, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to, again, learn so much, and we're going to really learn and dive in deep into the workbook and what we're learning about this week. This is definitely the Mushroom 101 part. So, whether you're brand new to mushrooms or you're learning a little bit or you're experienced and you really want to optimize your health, you're definitely in the right place. We're going to cover what's in the workbook, how to play along with the challenge, how to win prizes. I'm going to announce some bonus secret prizes for participants here. And again, don't worry if this time doesn't work for you. Again, you can always watch the replay live. So let's get started. So I'm going to pull up the 30-day challenge workbook. Now, if you haven't gotten this workbook, don't worry. You can actually find it in the Facebook group. There's a section of the group called guides. And so under the guides, you can see different guides that we've created. The first guide is the welcome video, welcome to our group. The second guide is actually our 30-day challenge. So you'll find everything in there from the workbook that you can download to your links to the giveaways, all that kind of good stuff. So you can sort of play along with that guide, and it's really a nice anchor. We're also using the hashtag 30-day mushroom challenge in our Facebook group and a lot of our Instagram posts and other places where you might be interacting with the challenge. So that's another good place in case you're lost and you're going, okay, what are we doing on day 4? If you look for that hashtag, you should be able to find the most recent post or recent day. So again, it's a PDF. It's in color, but you don't necessarily have to print it out in color. As you can see, trying to save the earth here. And I have a black and white printout here, double-sided. So you can definitely, use it in black and white. If for some reason you don't have a printer, and I know that does happen, you can always, print it out at a local Staples or store like that. But you can also take a journal and write down some of the answers to the questions. Now, the workbook is actually really important. I know there's a lot of pages in there, but we'll go into it about how important it is to really track your health so that you get the most benefits out of Spore mushroom supplements and some of the coaching sessions and everything like that. That'll happen in this Facebook group. So there's a lot of good stuff in here, and we'll go through a little bit of it. Just make sure that you're not confused by any of the parts in there. So, okay, so the first part of the challenge, let's see, we'll pull this up here. Okay, so Okay, here we go. 3 steps to join the 30-day mushroom challenge. So the very first step is having mushrooms in the first place, right? You can't benefit from taking mushrooms for 30 days if you don't have them. And so one of the things that I do want to recommend, if you haven't already bought your spore mushrooms, is to go on the Spore Life Sciences site and pick a blend. Now, they do have a whole bunch of different blends. Some are for energy, some are for relaxation, some are just general mushroom supplements containing a whole wide variety of mushrooms. And we'll dive in deeper into that in our Wellness Wednesday session and some of the other activities that are happening in the mushroom session, like what each of these mushrooms do. But there's a whole bunch of different blends. And what's really nice is that if you haven't joined the challenge already, we're offering a 30% off discount code, challenge 30. So see, and we'll just show that right here. Okay, so challenge 30 is our code. So that way you get a little bit of a discount. You can play along. If you already have a spore blend, you can also get a second one because definitely we're definitely off balance when it comes to our brain chemistry, our health, our immune system. And the more support we can provide, the better. So for me, I actually use a couple different spore blends. I use an energy blend, energy performance, and I use Mike's mushroom mix. So have them right here. So, so for me, I use 2 blends, and that's really helpful. But whether you use one, whether you use 2, these are definitely helpful. So again, first step, get your spore. Second step, and you've already done this one because you're already watching in the Spore Mushroom Community Facebook group. So best thing too is to do this challenge with friends. So if you want to invite some friends over to the Spore Mushroom Community group, that way they can play along, you can learn together, you guys can support each other on your health journey, not only this month, but in future months. So we're definitely going to be providing a lot of support in here, not just for this month of May and this mushroom challenge, but I'll be supporting you along your journey as long as you are with the Spore community. So the third step is following us on Instagram. So we're at Spore Life Sciences. So you can catch up on our Instagram posts. We'll have some journal prompts in there, some interactive content on our stories and things like that. So it'll be fun to play along. So those are the 3 steps. And then the 4th step, this is what's actually really, really key here. So we have prizes. Everyone loves prizes, right? So first off, we want to make this as easy as possible because I know, again, some of us are coming to Spore, for memory problems, energy problems, pain, things like that. So I don't want to make it too hard. So I know this workbook had a lot of steps and everything in it. In order to win one of our 5 big prizes, a year's worth of Spore mushroom supplements, all you have to do is enter the giveaway. And so the link should be showing up. I'm not sure. I'll make sure to post it again here in case it didn't pop up. Let's see. So we have a giveaway where basically you can just enter, hey, I entered the Facebook group. I like the Instagram post, really easy. So I'm going to post this right here. This should work. Okay. So that's the link to the challenge. And once you fill in your email and show that you joined the Facebook group and like the Instagram page, you'll be entered into the year giveaway of Spore. So that'll be really fun. And we'll announce the winners of that right after the challenge ends. But this is the cool part. That's not just where the prizes end. So we're actually going to be giving away prizes every single week for participating in the challenge, filling out your workbook. And then those winners of each week's prizes will be able to be entered into a really totally awesome big giveaway that's secret and not on that giveaway page. So again, you can enter really easily, to win one of those 5 years worth of, or 5 prizes of a year's worth of Spore, but you can also participate to get some cool prizes like hats, consultations with me, a whole bunch of different things. And again, we'll be announcing that each week in the group. Okay, so diving deep into the workbook. Okay, first up, I do want to announce that if you participate this week, we do have some prizes here. So week 1 prize. We've got a Spore hat. Hopefully I don't get hat after taking this off, but That way you can show your love of mushrooms to your local community. I love the little mint green color here. Okay, cool. I didn't get some hat head. Okay, cool. So let's see. Um, Okay, we have a lot of things going on here. Okay, so the habit tracker, let's see, we'll pull that up. Okay, perfect. So the habit tracker part of your workbook is there's one each week. So for week one, that's one of the first pages in there. And so it goes by days and it really helps you track what you're doing for each day in the challenge. And of course, the important part of the mushroom challenge is taking the mushrooms, right? And so you might be taking morning mushrooms if you're taking an energy blend or a performance blend. You might be taking mushrooms in the evening if you're taking more for like immunity or Mike's mushroom mix, or if you're taking the relaxation, the chill out blend. So whether you're taking one or two, just check them off each day that you're taking them, because again, you really need to take them daily to really build up those effects and start balancing your mind and body and start feeling really healthy or focused or energetic or whatever it is you're looking for with these different mushroom blends. Okay, mushroom mindset. So there's some worksheets in here, and I'll go into a little bit into that in a second. But the mushroom mindset is really important because mushrooms really put you on the path to healing. Again, nothing is going to completely transform your life if you don't put in the work. And so I really think that mushrooms can be a catalyst for mindset, for really mindfulness, really helping us take some pause about our health and really get grounded and really start working on improving ourselves. Whether that's, our part of our life, whether that's our work, whether that's our health, just getting us in that role of helping really moving us forward and improving ourselves. So I love mushroom mindset. And I'll be going through some like mushroom mantras and things like that, definitely in the Facebook group on Wednesday for Wellness Wednesdays. And I'll tell you what time that is too. Okay, so health tracker. So there's going to be pages in there that give you some information about tracking your health, whether that's, eating what you've eaten, what you've drank, how you feel, how the mushrooms are making you feel. And so, just keep being mindful again about your health is so important. And then we have little check boxes for challenge tasks. And so this is really important because again, if you want to win the big prizes, including that big bonus prize at the end that hasn't been revealed yet, you want to play along and sort of show proof that, hey, every day I either wrote the journal prompt, whether it was in your journal or on the Facebook group, or you read a blog post or you shared on Instagram. It's really important just to keep, again, engaging and showing that you're learning about mushrooms, that you're improving your health, that we're all really working on transforming our health. And so, I do want to point out too, a lot of people where we're maybe a little confused about the mushroom challenge. I am an expert in plant medicine. I'm a neuroscientist that has worked in cannabis and CBD and mushrooms and a lot of different aspects of plant medicine. And so the 30-day mushroom challenge, to be very clear, we're not microdosing magic mushrooms. We're not taking hallucinogenic mushrooms here like every day or things like that. We're also not talking about mushrooms that you find on, say, your pizza or your salad. We're talking about medicinal mushrooms, functional mushrooms here. So those are the mushrooms that are in our Spore mushroom supplement blends. So they differ a little bit from these other mushrooms. One, because functional mushrooms don't get you high, like magic mushrooms or psilocybin-containing mushrooms. They're also very legal, whereas the other kind are not so legal and definitely not what we're going over in this challenge. But they also differ from the mushrooms that are on your pizza or in your salad. So most people are eating, say, white button mushrooms. Well, those are great. They don't have as many of the really powerful chemicals in them that really boost health, like functional mushrooms. And so functional mushrooms can be things like reishi, chaga mushrooms, turkey tail. There's so many different kinds of functional mushrooms, and they've been proven in scientific studies to actually help us with anti-aging, help protect our brain, our heart, boost our immune system, fight cancer. They've done so many different things. And so eating, say, mushrooms on your pizza, well, that's great. They might taste good. They can give you a little bit of antioxidants and things like that, maybe a little bit of vitamin D, but they're not going to have these tremendous health benefits that taking these different functional mushrooms like lion's mane and reishi and things like that are going to have for you. So we're focused here on taking our medicinal or functional mushrooms and seeing the results that happen in 30 days. And I'll go over, again, each step of that workbook gives you some sort of expectations or lessons about these different mushrooms, right? It does take 30 days for almost anything to work or, to start seeing really results, whether that's a workout, whether that's diet changes, right? And mushrooms is no different. And so that's why we're going to start off, with how do you feel now? Like, how is your energy now? How's your sleep now? How's your health now? Your focus? And really look at that and then compare that to taking 30 days of mushrooms as well as going through some of these wellness exercises. And hopefully at the end of the 30-day mushroom challenge, you're going to be feeling amazing. So, that's our goal. And, we'll work with you, support you. I'm here in the group. You can always reach out to me in the comments. We're here for you at Spore. And we really do want to make sure that you get healthy. So let's just dive into some of these other workbook sheets here. Okay. So we got the habit tracker here. Okay, health tracker. Okay, so this is one sheet that's in every single page, basically every day of the 30-day challenge. It's really simple. You're going to have, track your what your goal is for that day. Maybe it's to have more energy. Maybe it's to go for a walk that day. Whatever your goal is, it doesn't even have to be health related. Just it's nice to have goals, right? But tracking your breakfast, tracking your lunch, tracking your dinner, tracking your snack. I know that during this pandemic, a lot of people have sort of fell off the health wagon, right? Maybe you were being really mindful about what you're eating, but then, we're cooped up inside or really stressful or working from home for the first time. And some people have started to get into those unhealthy habits, right? Snacking a lot, right? Maybe not eating as many fruits and vegetables, eating really late at night, right? And so some of those habits can add up. They can influence our levels of pain. They can influence our energy levels, right? If you're starting to feel sluggish all the time, right? Maybe it's because you're eating too many sweets or you're eating too many high-fat foods. Again, everyone requires a different diet, but it's really important to be mindful of maybe, hey, what are the changes to my diet and how might they be influencing me? And if I'm really, mindful about it, maybe there's some things that I can change to help improve my health, right? So important that we don't think that everything can be fixed by a pill or fixed by a vitamin, right? These things help work with us, but they can't do everything, right? They're not miracle workers. They're not prescription drugs. So if you do want to feel healthy, you do want to feel more focused, more energetic, more relaxed, just better. You want to feel better, right? You really need to help support your body in that process of healing. And so I think that really being mindful about what you eat is really one of those first steps. And it really gets you into the habit of like rewiring your brain for being mindful, being healthy. It takes about 21 days for a habit to form. So, keeping track of your health every day is sort of gets you in the habit of, okay, well, what am I going to eat for lunch? Am I going to go get fast food or am I going to make a salad, with some tuna in it or something like that, instead of sort of rushing through the day mindlessly. So exercise too, that's really important. And exercise can mean something different for everyone, right? It can be yoga for somebody, hiking up a mountain, just gentle stretching, whatever it is, just try to get some part of your body moving at least 3 days a week. It's very, very helpful. Water. It's funny because a lot of times people will say, well, I can't focus and they're drinking energy drinks and they're drinking sodas and coffee. And it turns out that they're actually dehydrated. They don't need more caffeine. They need water. And so when you don't have enough water, your body actually sort of freaks out and it makes you sluggish. It makes you unfocused. You lose energy. And so water is one of the things that people think that they're getting enough of, but they're actually not. So, checking off those boxes on how many glasses of water you're drinking is super helpful. And especially if you're drinking a lot of caffeinated beverages, you want to drink a little bit more water because those beverages dehydrate you. So you want to offset that. So you don't want to be taking a Spore and then dehydrating yourself and making yourself sluggish and things like that. You really want to help your body work at its best. Okay, and then the how do I feel section. So every single day I have this part here for you guys. And how do I feel is really about, okay, do I feel like I'm more focused? I'm more energetic? Did I feel like I had a high pain day? It's really nice to just reflect back on the day because again, you know what? Maybe you felt horrible. Maybe you felt a lot of pain that day, right? And it turns out maybe something you ate is actually the cause of that. Or you overexerted yourself when you did a workout, right? I'm really sore because I ran 3 miles. Okay, that makes sense, right? And so I think that it's really important, again, to put those key parts of how does my body feel? How does my mind feel? What am I doing to my body to either support it or hurt it? And keeping track of it is really important. So that's why we have the health tracker in there. And hopefully mushrooms, again, is going to be the catalyst for you getting healthy, or at least being aware of the choices that you're making for your body. Okay, and then the next one is going to be this mushroom mindset. Okay. So the mushroom mindset, I'll go really deep into this on Wednesday because it's so important. Your mindset, your mind controls your body. And if you want to feel better, you want to focus, you want to get energy, you want to relax, whatever it is, you need to get your mind right first. And so this mushroom mindset is really cool because I think that mushrooms really do influence the brain, whether they're the functional kind or the hallucinogenic kind. A lot of our spore blends influence brain health. And so everything from lion's mane, and then, when we have other ingredients too, like ashwagandha that helps reduce stress. So all of our blends really support healthy mind. And that, of course, helps a healthy body. And so doing some of this mindset work is really going to help you be able to reduce stress, really focus, reduce the effects of burnout, and really get excited and energized about each day that you are living. And so that's going to spill into positive benefits in every single aspect of your life, your relationships, your career, your health, waking up, being grateful, waking up with intention, reflecting back on, what amazing thing has happened to me, what worked for me, right? We really do want to preserve our mental health. And that's so important. This month, the month of May, is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. And so it's a really great time to just focus on, also how does our mind influence our health, and how can we support a better mindset so that we can feel better? Because when we think to ourselves that we're exhausted, when we think to ourselves that nothing is working for us, when we think, goodness, I can't move, I'm sick, I'm tired. If you think of a lot of negative things, what's going to happen is that becomes your reality. But if you are positive, if you know what you can handle, if you look forward to the day, you appreciate what happened, you're going to start getting into the cycle of more good days, right? More good days leads to more good days, right? More bad days leads to more bad days. And so we really want to use this challenge to help set you up for amazing days, an amazing month, and an amazing year. 2021 can be your year, especially with this spore mushroom community. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about specific mantras and things like that in case you're like, okay, I've never done this before. I don't know what this mindset work is. It sounds woo-woo. I'm going to set you up with some things and give you a little bit backstory too about me. I'm a neuroscientist with fibromyalgia, and I was very pro science, not pro mindset work and things like that. And it turned out that I needed the combination of really natural medicine and some of this mindset work to really start healing and really get off of pharmaceuticals and prescription drugs. And some of our guests too on Mushroom Mondays will go into that a little bit too, about how really natural, mushrooms, food, supplements, and things like that have really supported their health journey. So, don't skip over the mushroom mindset. I think it's really an important piece, and it's more important, especially if you've not done this work before. So you might actually see some changes in your mental health, in your physical health that you weren't expecting if you go through this. So, okay. So the next part of this piece right here is that we have the prompts for each day. So for example, on May 1st was the first day of the challenge. So I had welcome to the mushroom challenge, and I had a prompt on there. Hey, what is your biggest health need right now? Are you lacking energy, stressed out, or always getting sick? How do you want to feel in 30 days? Answer below. And so this is the part here. If you printed out your workbook, right, you can just write it down there. If you want to share your response with the group, most of these prompts are also posted in the Facebook group. So you can share your prompt there. So it's just nice. You can get a little feedback from the community, see what other people are thinking, like what is everyone working out with their health, right? Or, and from the past comments, we're actually able to see that a lot of people are looking to focus on their energy. And, that's not surprising. I think we're all burnt out, right? A lot of us have done too many Zoom calls, or we're trying to juggle the kids while we're working from home. And so energy is just a hard thing, right? It's definitely something that snowballs. If you don't get enough sleep, you're definitely not going to have enough energy in the day. If you're eating the wrong things, you're not going to have enough energy in the day. But there's so many reasons why we don't have energy. But I feel like really in this group, that's going to be one of our biggest focuses. And so every week, I'm going to be giving a lot of tips on that specific need because, again, if you have more energy, it makes everything just so much more better. Okay, so these are different prompts. I'm going to show you a different one from day 2. So let's see. There we go. So day 2, what is your why for getting healthy? This was also posted in the Facebook group, but this is really important before you start any big health change, right? It's not, okay, well, why am I in this mushroom challenge? What is it that I want to get healthy for? Is it because you want to get healthy for your kids? Is it because you want to get more focused on work and really maybe get a promotion or something like that, or handle, a larger workload? Do you want to get in shape? A lot of us, again, have struggled with those lockdown pounds and things like that. So some of us are really interested in just, working on getting our fitness on. And so there's a lot of different reasons why you might want to get healthy. For me, I have fibromyalgia, so my goal is just to be healthy with this disease, right? And really make sure that I'm moving forward into chronic healing and not chronic sickness or chronic illness. So for me, that's my big motivation. So if you have an illness, right, that's your goal, is to stay really healthy with that illness, or even, get healthier than you were before. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing, what everyone's goals are. Definitely share your story or write in the comments, whether it's on Instagram or your Facebook group. And then I'm going to just take a quick drink of water here. Okay. So in terms of sharing and privacy and things like that, I know that some people might be a little concerned about privacy, right? Okay, so if you don't want to talk about your medical condition or something, on Instagram or some public place, I do want to stress that in the Facebook group, it's a private group, and so what's really nice is that no one will see your comments outside of that Facebook group. And we do have an invite process. So we're accepting, again, after the challenge is done, we're only going to be accepting Spore members. We're accepting people that haven't used Spore yet because, again, the group is very new and we want you to get engaged and start using Spore. But this is really going to be a private space for members. It's going to be a private space where you can get support, where you can ask questions and you don't have to worry. And in this case, for this specific, video series, this podcast series here, Mushroom Mondays, I would say that don't ask a question if you don't want your comment to be displayed on the video. But we do have some other private sessions. For example, I'll just show you on our Wellness Wednesday sessions, and those will happen 5 p.m. PST every week. That's when you're going to get a really, really private session. So we're not going to be posting questions on the live stream or anything like that. It's going to be me, diving deep into some really, really great education pieces and answering your questions about health. So if, we're talking about energy, you can submit your questions to me and learn about how to really focus on some of your specific needs, not, general needs like, hey, I'm having this problem. How can this work? And am I using the right mushroom blend for this? What can I do to, improve, the way that I manage this, right? There's different exercises, or there are different foods, there's different supplements, right? Mushrooms are definitely one piece of this, and we want to help support you on your journey. So I'm a health coach. I've been doing this for years. I've helped thousands and thousands of patients across the US and even other countries on their health journey. So I'm really happy to be able to support you as the director of education at Spore in this community. So that's a really private place. So again, we'll respect your privacy. We will not be sharing anything, reposting anything that you are asking there without your permission. But this feed right here on Mushroom Mondays is a little bit more general and public. So again, if you have more of a private question, you can definitely ask me in the Wellness Wednesday sessions there. Okay. And so that next one, we actually have one coming up on Cinco de Mayo. So Wednesday, May 5th at 5 p.m. PST. I think that's 2 p.m. EST for you East Coasters or New York people. And by the way, I'm from New Jersey. So, hey, East Coast members. But I will be in there then. Oh, actually, no, that's not 2 p.m. Sorry, I'm so bad with time zones. That's 8 p.m. Okay, so that's a little bit late for you guys, but 8 p.m. EST is when the Wellness Wednesdays will be happening each week on the East Coast. Okay. So let's see. So we went through some of the pieces of the workbook. If you guys have any questions, you can pop in on this Facebook group live here. You can ask me them. Otherwise, I'll try to answer them in the comments. But basically, if you have any questions about, the different steps here, how to do this, what I meant by something, you can always ask those questions in the Facebook group. Again, I'll be coming in live on Wellness Wednesdays, again, to talk much more about your health and really support you on your journey. And even after this Mushroom Mondays challenge is over, or after the 30-day mushroom challenge is over, I'm still going to be in there every week. So we might do some other challenges, but really we're focused on supporting you on your health journey. And so I will be there every single Wednesday to help you really grow and get all the health results that you're looking for, especially working with Spore mushroom blends. And again, I love Spore mushroom blends just because most of the formulas besides Mike's Mix actually have other herbs in it. So things like ashwagandha, things that help really regulate your stress system, really support your health in different ways. And so I think that these blends really, really do improve your health. They've definitely improved my health. In the time that I've been using them, I've seen my fibromyalgia just get so much better and really feel my system be balanced and really give me more energy, help reduce me, the number of days that I'm sick or stressed out or flared up. And so I think that there's a lot of benefits here and I'm really excited to share them. So I would definitely say thank you so much for, joining our challenge. Get excited for some of the things coming our way. By the way, every Mushroom Monday, it's not going to be just me. So every other week where I'm going to be interviewing some amazing guests. So I did want to highlight our next guest because he's really special. So let's see, here we go. We've got Mike. Okay, so our very next guest will be Mike Zavitt. He is the co-founder of Spore. If you've bought Mike's mushroom mix here, whoops, sorry. If you bought Mike's mushroom mix, that's Mike. So basically, Mike is the founder. He has a very personal story about how he uses medicinal mushrooms for his MS or multiple sclerosis. So being that we're both chronically ill patients, right, using mushrooms for health, I'm really excited to hear his journey of how he came about learning about medicinal and functional mushrooms, how he came up with that blend, because it's a very unique blend of 12 different mushrooms, and how that's really helped his MS, because MS is a very, very painful nervous system disorder. Comes with a lot of symptoms, including excruciating pain, fatigue, movement, spasms, and things like that. And so there's a lot of, horrible symptoms, and really to find balance with natural, wellness options like Spore mushroom supplements is just fantastic. And I know that he is doing so much better than most of the MS patients that I've met across my career. And so I'm really just excited to be able to share this. And it's one of those things where, if you don't have MS, please tune in, because again, his story is something that's so important. Whether you have MS or you have chronic pain or another autoimmune system disease, this is really important. Definitely, these are options that a lot of people don't know about. Again, most people, when they think of mushrooms, they think about the mushrooms on your pizza, right? And there's so many more mushrooms out there. And I think that if a lot of us with chronic illness were to investigate these medicinal mushrooms, really understand them, and really learn how to use them, incorporate them into our daily routines, I think that we would have less brain fog. We would have more energy. we would be less stressed out. We would have less flare up days, right? And so I think that these are the conversations that we really want to have at Spore. We really want to help spread the message of mushrooms for health. And I'm so excited to have Mike as my very first guest on this Mushroom Mondays series. And so he's the one that started it all. So definitely stay tuned and make sure you come with some good questions too, because we don't have the opportunity really to interview our co-founder all the time. So make sure you tune in next Monday for our very first interview series with Mike Zavit, the co-founder of Spore. Okay, let's see. And just want to go over and make sure I didn't forget anything here. Okay. So again, I want to thank everyone that has joined the Spore Mushroom Challenge. Again, can't believe there's almost 200 of you in here. There'll probably be about 500 of us by the time the challenge ends. So don't forget to, again, join that challenge, join that giveaway. You definitely want to win that free year of Spore. Don't forget to, work out some things, those journal prompts in your workbook, so you can win some of those prizes, including that Spore hat this week, and be entered into the really big secret giveaway. And, just pop in with some questions and everything else like that. I hope to see you this Wednesday for Wellness Wednesdays with all of your health questions and things like that. So stay tuned. I am just so excited everyone is here. Okay. Let's see. And then the last piece, I forgot to just mention again, if you haven't bought your Spore, you're just tuning in now, you can get your Spore at sporelifesciences.com. You can get your mushroom blend and you can save 30% off your first purchase. Or, if it's your second bottle, but you haven't used the code before, you can use that challenge 30 code to save money and participate in the challenge. And so, again, if you already have a bottle, I do recommend Mike's Mushroom Mix is a great one to add on for really balancing your immune system. But, if you're looking for energy performance is a great one to add. If you're looking for more relaxation, chill out blend is great. I mean, that website has, all the information on there about which one is right for you. And if you have any questions of like, hey, I don't know which one to pick, you can always post in our Facebook group. So again, my name is Dr. Michele Ross. I'm a neuroscientist and health coach and director of education at Spore Life Sciences. So I am so excited to help serve the community and so excited to meet each and every one of you. And I will see you again next week on Mushroom Mondays with our next guest, Mike Zavit, and as well as live in the Facebook group for Wellness Wednesdays this Wednesday. So thank you so much for joining my first episode of Mushroom Mondays here at Spore Life Sciences. It was so great, and I will see you soon. Bye.